Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It's going to be the part 2 to my 2025 reset video. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my goal setting process and all my tips and tricks to making effective goals that are actually attainable for us. Let's get into some goal setting. So naturally the first thing here is the 2024 reflective journal prompts, because that's the first thing that we should be doing as we're going into the new year, is reflecting on this past year. So the main journal prompts I have here is 2024 was the year that I ... Highlights and accomplishments of 2024, kind of similar to the first one, but you could distinct them how you wish. What is one small lesson I learned in each month? This is my favorite question. What are 3 mistakes you made this year? I think that's super important, just to kind of reflect not only on the good things, but on the bad things and like how we can be better in the future. What did you do this year that you want more of? And what did you do this year that you want less of? Hey guys, so today I'll be decluttering the nonsense that is my room. I don't know how it got so repulsive, but low-key worked out well for the video because this room needs to be clean. But we're gonna just declutter, organize, and get everything together because I can't start the year like this.
Don't mind if I
Everything that I show you guys today is going to be in my 2025 Reset Notion template that will be linked below for free. And if you guys want to download that and use that, I would love if you did, and definitely tag my Instagram if you do use it. I would love to see your Notion templates. Now, I kind of already went through my goal setting, set my main goals. I'm still brainstorming some extras, but I might wait till later when I'm doing my vision board to finish it up. But I'm going to take you guys through kind of the process that I went through when setting these goals and the tips and tricks that I have in order to make these goals effective. So this is what my goal section of the Notion template looks like, and this is what I've completed so far. So I do have my 5 main goals, my top 5, and then I have 2 smaller goals that I didn't really put as much effort into creating quite yet, so we'll kind of go through that together. So my top 5 goals are clean eating and daily movement, so just overall being healthy. My second goal is really embodying the fruits of the spirit, pursuing creative passions, putting myself out of my comfort zone, and being intentional with my morning and night routines. 2 smaller goals that I came up with so far is just being more put together and taking spontaneous trips and traveling. So let's hop into how exactly I set my goals and kind of the framework behind that. So this is what it looks like in the template. And the first thing that I go through is kind of the motivation behind my goal, my why. So here it says, why do I want to achieve this goal? A couple things I jotted down is that it makes me feel my best and it sets me up for a good mood and a productive day. So a lot of times when we want to achieve a goal, it's something that's challenging to us. It's something that doesn't come natural. It's something that may not be easy at times. So the most important thing is knowing why you're doing it and knowing the positive impact that it will have on your life, so that you can remind yourself in those times that you are struggling to achieve these goals why you're doing it, because that is enough to keep you motivated, rather than being like, why do I really want to do this, and not having that answer for yourself, because then it's easy to talk yourself out of doing things that are hard. So that's the first step off the bat, is just your motivation behind your goal. The second step is heavily from the book Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, you absolutely have to. I love that book. It honestly changed the way I look at goal setting and habit building. So the second step is habit building. So the question that I ask here is how to make this goal easy, obvious, and attractive. These are just common sense things that we might not think of. I only thought of them because I read them in a book. So for example, I broke this up into morning and night routine because it's a little bit different. So one way that I'm going to make my morning routine easy, obvious, or attractive is to set out my workout clothes the night before, because part of my morning routine is movement, and allowing myself to set out workout clothes the night before and wake up and my workout clothes are there is, one, obvious. That makes it a reminder that I need to go move my body in some way. Two, makes it easier because I don't have to go pick out an outfit, and even could make it more attractive. If I like my workout outfit for the day, that can motivate me to go to the gym. And some things I listed for my night routine. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I don't know what the heck is going on out there. Ways to make my nighttime routine easy, obvious, and attractive is having a fun skincare routine. I just got a few new skincare products for Christmas, so now every night I'm like way more excited to do my skincare. I also wrote down rewarding myself with either good music or a YouTube video with my skincare. I don't really watch YouTube too much, even though I love watching YouTube, so if I set aside that time that I'm doing my skincare as my time to watch YouTube videos, that makes it even more appealing to me than just having fun skincare. Part of my nighttime routine is to not be on my phone after, I think, 8 p.m. is what I said. So something to make that easier for me is to put nighttime limits on my phone, which just makes following them a little bit easier, even though I could deny them. And then I also want to read before bed. So in order to make that easier and more attractive, I could get books that I'm excited to read about, because then I look forward to going to bed just so I can read my book. And then the third step is next steps. And these are just the practical steps that you can take to achieve these goals. So practical steps to achieve my morning routine and prioritizing that is leaving my phone on the opposite end of my desk, so that when I wake up in the morning, I have to get up and shut the alarm off. I have to get out of bed. Once I'm out of bed, I'm pretty safe, but sometimes it's hard to get that first step. Lights. I love setting my lamp to turn on 5 minutes before my alarm goes off, because I don't have a hatch, but it like is my cheat hack, you know? So I set my light bulb to turn on 5 minutes before my alarm goes off. And when the lights are on, I'm awake, because it kind of is like the sun is rising, you know? So that's very helpful. And then I said make bed right away, because if I don't make the bed, then it's so tempting to get back in. So just gotta do it right away. Less temptation. And again, leave out workout clothes the night before and plan my workout for the night before as well, just so that there's no questions in the morning. There's like no, oh, what am I gonna do? What should I do? No hesitations. You already have a plan. And then my next step and my last practical step for my morning routine is to play music that makes me happy in the morning. I feel like that's just a smart way to get off on the right foot and just be in a good mood in the morning. And then some practical steps I listed to achieve my nighttime routine is to plan ahead what I plan to read, but have other options too in case I'm not in the mood. I think having like a couple book options definitely makes it easier. Like I'm not in the mood for a mystery book one night because I'm just not in the mood to deal with thinking that hard. Like I have a cheesy little romance that I can read, you know? Just having options, that's just something that might help me. Not allowing myself to get in my bed without doing my skincare definitely helps. And then the last thing I have is going through my phone before 8:30. I set my limit for 8:30 for my phone. So going through my phone before 8:30 and knowing that I checked everything that I had to check allows me the peace of mind to put my phone down and just go to bed. And then this particular goal does have some extra things that I threw in here. So the way I planned out my morning routine is based on 3 main categories, because I feel like a lot of times people get carried away with morning routines and it's like list, I have to do this, and it like is almost exhausting. I'm like, why am I exhausted? It's 7 a.m. I haven't even started the day yet. So I just chose 3 categories that I have to do one of the things in each of these 3 categories every morning in order to set myself up on the right foot. So the first thing is movement. So I wrote stretches, walks, lifts, Pilates, yoga. So say I'm not doing a full workout in the morning, I just want to stretch for 10 minutes, just move my body right away. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. And it also allows you the freedom to go with how you're feeling that day. Then my second thing is grounding. So either a Bible study, praying, talking to God, journaling, doing my devotional, all those things like really ground me in who I want to show up as every day and just ground me in my foundation and just start my day on the right foot. So I want to make sure I always do that in the morning. And then my last thing is inspiration. This is one of my favorites too. And basically I either scroll through Pinterest or listen to a podcast because these things just remind you of your values. Just like reading Bible in the morning, it just reminds you of your values and what's important to you, and allows you to start your day thinking about those things that are important to you and lead the rest of your day with those things on your mind. So that's kind of my morning routine. And then I wrote down some other morning habits that aren't really taxing or challenging. They're just things I need to do in the morning, like take my supplements and my vitamins. And then I just specified stretching if I'm not doing a larger workout. And then my nighttime routine is a little bit chiller. Just, I don't have the categories or anything. I just have some non-negotiables. Have to do my skincare, no screens, and I like to read before bed because that helps calm me down, get me ready for bed. And I said other nighttime habits. I don't like to eat late at night. I don't like to go to bed with my stomach feeling full. It just is uncomfortable for me. So I don't like to eat anything after 8 o'clock, unless it's obviously like I'm out. That's totally different, but just on the regular day. I usually have water with some magnesium in it or a cup of tea, something like that. Just things that help wind down. And another thing that I do is I'll like to stretch with like jazz music because that just really puts you in like this zen, like ready for bed, like the lights are dim, hop in bed, get some sleep kind of mood. So this was just kind of an example of how I go about setting my goals, because I think a lot of times it's easy for us to be like, oh, I want to be healthier in the new year. I want to go to the gym in the new year. But we don't put the effort into like backing up those things. And that's why we never actually achieve our goals, because we don't plan how we're going to do it. So this is just kind of one example of how I intentionally set my goals and the 3 categories that I always focus on. And like I said, each goal is different. So for this goal, I had to make a morning routine, a night routine, non-negotiables, other habits, things like that. So it's like that was a little extra effort I had to put into this goal, but every goal is different. So then the other section of my goal setting is my smaller goals. So I only have 2 right now. I might add some later. I'll update you guys when I'm doing my vision board, because I'll definitely be doing a lot more brainstorming then. The first smaller goal I said was being put together, and to me this just means keeping my nails done. Like that's something that makes me feel good and brings value to my life. Doing my hair every day, getting dressed every day, having style that makes me happy, that makes me feel confident. Just silly little things like that. Doing skincare routines, just like taking care of myself in a way that like makes me feel like I have it together. Because when you feel put together, you're able to act put together and you're able to be put together and actually be more productive. So that's important to me. And like I said, spontaneous trips. I just want to take weekend trips with my friends and do silly little things, because you gotta live your life. But yeah, right now I'm gonna kind of go through breaking down this goal. So if you want to do it with me, I'll be here. Normally every year I make my vision board on New Year's Eve, and I have a little self-care date, and that's my favorite thing. But this year I'm doing it a little bit differently because I did want to make this video and post it before the new year.
The thing I do when I'm building my vision board is go on Pinterest and take all of the goals that I created and look up things like morning aesthetic, anything aesthetic pretty much, just to get kind of a picture that can represent each of my goals for me. And I'll put those all in a 2025 board, and then I take all those pictures that I got into Canva and kind of start piecing them together into a collage, which usually takes a million years. So I'll let you guys watch me figure that one out. also like to piece together my vision board into a computer wallpaper and a phone wallpaper.